Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 8.7. I'm an Oldguy Gaming, and we're going to continue our adventure with our pre-maiden voyage of the Corvette. All right, just been a couple minutes since I left you last in the last episode. What we got to do first is we're going to go in here. We're going to make some elevators. I might even have some elevators. Let's take a look and see. Got any elevator? Whoop, not in there. We got 4, but I think we're going to need a few more than that. Actually, we got a lot of stuff in here, don't we? From previous raids and all that sort of thing. I even got 3 extra large engines and a big... I thought we had a T2 Jenny in here somewhere. Yeah, there's one right there. Okay, cool. Warp drive. Short range warp drive. Okay, that's for small vessel. Any hoozle. Let me think about this for a second. I think that's all we need, but we are going to probably want to make a few more elevators. So let's just queue up... I don't know, maybe 10 of these. And while those are being made up, my garden is, I notice my garden's not growing. Is it because I haven't been around? It's still alive. Oh, we don't have any power. Yeah, we do. Maybe I just can't see those lights through the glass. Let's go over here real quick and take a look. Those lights are not on. Why the hell aren't they on? What happened? I'm surprised the crops didn't die. I must have accidentally turned those off at one point and just didn't realize it. Well, at least I'm glad the crops aren't dead. They're just not growing. Okay, let's get the hovercraft miner off of the warp shuttle and up into the Corvette. Then we'll go grab those elevators, and then after that we'll be ready to rock and roll. Let's get our timer started here too. Thumpity 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 thump. All right. Now let's look and see. Okay, we do have ammo in here for the turret. We've got fuel and oxygen in the harvest box because I don't actually have a normal cargo box on here. So this guy's ready to roll. Let's bring her on up here. And we're gonna have to open, I guess we're gonna have to manually open those. Doggone it. Okay, we'll come back down. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to put some sensors on here. All right, let's cut the power on the cap ship for a moment. No. I wanted to get that other ramp down too, just for the hell of it, I guess. Okay, and we bring this guy on up into the bay here, and we'll flip it around and just keep him on the end for now. We'll have to figure out its permanent parking spot. It'll probably be off to the side here. And you know, we have other hover vessels too that we'll bring in here. In fact, we could put all of them here if we wanted to. Oh, did I forget to cut the power on this? Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, if we put an elevator in here... No, not there. Here. On this planet, anyway, can we get back into it from down here? Not quite. Doggone it. Just not quite there, huh? All right, well, that's... You know what we could do, though? We could put... I might be lowering this down anyway, adding like another layer. And if I do that, we'll come up with some kind of a solution. We'll come up with some kind of a solution for that. But at least on this planet, which has... What's the gravity on this place? We have 0.99. So this is even just a smidge lighter than Earth's gravity. We can't make it that way, though. See, this looks like a pretty sizable pad, doesn't it? But man, when you park a cap ship on here, no way. Not even close. Not even close. Okay, let's grab these elevators. That should be more than enough. We got to get the cargo box set down too. Anything else we need to do here? We could eat some food. Oh my goodness, I made a ton of Dino Royale. Wow. We'll put that down there. We'll just top off the food with some fruit. I don't think I meant to make that many. It's okay though. I mean, that's good food. It'll last us a long time as long as we don't lose power. Speaking of which, how are we doing on power? We got full power. Okay. Okie dokie. I think what I'm going to do is roll up the shutter here on the shuttle. We could even park this thing on top of the farm. I don't have an eloquent way off the roof there, but we could fix that too. Just to give us a little more space when we need to come and land this thing down here. I'll probably end up actually doing that. We'll put it up there and figure out, you know, how to deal with that. Okay, let's come on up this way. Pull the ramps up down here. And those doors should close. And then, to get up to the upper decks, we will do elevators here. There we go. It's functional for now. I wonder too if we should also figure out the other shuttle. Let's get back up into space though first, before we do that. I'm sorry, the other shuttle, getting down from the upper bay. Let's get up into space first before we do that, so we're not fighting gravity though. It's one thing to float around. It's quite another to I didn't even need to bring that fuel because we have quite a bit already in the hovercraft as it is. Anyway, what I'm saying is it's one thing to float around in space, but man, when you get in here on foot in gravity, it's a little bit different. And that's all very obvious, of course, but it's just not something at least I thought about until we were in that situation. All right, guys, here we go. Let's hop in here. Let's turn the power on. We don't have any lights in this place yet, so I guess we can turn that on. I know it doesn't really matter. Fuel, yeah. All right, let's fill that back up. Get into this view, and we are off. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't want to sacrifice this maneuverability on this ship, so we're just going to need lots of fuel tanks and lots of fuel. So we'll be doing a lot of Promethium mining and water, getting water, that sort of thing, to fuel this guy. Okay, so while we're still in the relative safety of our own system, let's pop out of here for a minute and let's figure out how we're going to get the upper deck situated so we can get from the upper deck down to the lower deck. Okay, so what's it look like if we put... What happens if we punch a hole right here? Let's just see where that leads to. Okay, so that leads down there. And it doesn't appear like it would cause any problems with the Cylon or Raider parking. Come on, you can do it. I'm having a hard time getting it to latch on. There we go. And then right there. Cool. Oops. So what I'm probably going to do is when we build the bulkhead that I talked about, we'll have the elevator inside of that bulkhead for getting up and down between these decks. Unfortunately, though, we can't get to the lower deck from here because it's further back. But that works. That allows us to get up and down an atmosphere from both decks. Okay, cool. Is this place pressurized? No, it's not. Okay. Didn't think so. I haven't attempted to try and do that yet anyway, so... Let's put these elevators in here. We don't need them any longer. And this will go out in front by the lasers so we can see what we're mining. Probably just end up putting it right here, like so. Not necessarily where it's going to stay permanently, like I said, but because we'll have to figure out the lights on this thing too, of course. We'll have lights and running lights. Lights for seeing and lights for being seen. Okay, cool. Let's do this. So, where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? We have Sathium here on Carbor, which is an ice planet. So we could go there. I don't remember what Bane had. That was kind of a basic, I think almost a desert-like planet there. It does have Sath on it. That's got, the ice planet has Sathium. Ice planet's kind of big though. See, that's the other thing. The bigger the planet is, the longer it could potentially take us to find what we're looking for. Have we not... We must not have been to Bane before, because it's not giving us data. It looks like it's probably a class 4 planet, because it's the same size here as Carbor, which means it's going to be pretty damn big. This Relia is the temperate planet. And I don't know if we ever made it to... No, we didn't make it to Pentac either. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Since our goal here really is just to get Sathium, and not necessarily explore, because I want to kind of do that when we're actually, doing the real maiden voyage. Let's just go here and use that. Okay, here we go. First warp in the ship. Woot! And there we go. If my friend Dialphin was with me, we would have said engage, number 1. Alright. So let's fly on back down to this ice planet here, and we will see if we can find a couple of good-sized Sath deposits and mine them up. like how the Raider kind of lights stuff up red down there. My plan for this ship, though, is to actually give it a blue theme. It's going to be some kind of bluish theme. Maybe blue and black. Not really sure yet, other than blue is going to be the primary color. Because the Cylon's red, the J-Jet's green. The Oldguy RV that we built is black and gold. We made our little hover bike is basically red and black color theme. So our capital ship's going to be some kind of a blue color theme. So we got 40.2 minutes of power left at full thrust in space. 69.2 at hover. We'll see what it is when we get down to the planet. So this isn't necessarily going to be a cheap capital ship to fly. That's all right. I want it to have good performance, so it's just going to be a little more expensive. Always looks like we're gonna crash when it does that. Okay, let's go ahead and kind of flatten out here. I guess I haven't really spent much time on this place, have I? Admin station's way down there. So I guess what we'll do is we could go to the admin station and park the capital vessel and then just fly around in the J-Jet. Just because flying around in this thing is going to be expensive fuel-wise. So let's do that. Yeah, let's fly over to the admin station. Make sure we're heading in that general direction. Looks like we are. And we'll park the cap ship and then we'll fly around in the J-Jet to look for a deposit. If I had a little more, well, see, I guess the downside to that, though, is then we got to go all the way back to get the hovercraft. You know what? Let's not do that. We're just going to burn some fuel and not worry too much about it. Let's get down a little lower, too. I've got a pretty good supply of fusion cells, so, and lots of normal promethium. I want to get kind of closer to the equator. Well, I guess we're pretty close. And then what we'll do is we'll head west, or east rather. So let's fly up to about here. You know what, maybe we will go west. Okay, so now we'll start flying west. We do have something down below with our red scanner marker, but it's kind of back the way we came, isn't it? Let's just see if we can figure out what it is, though. Okay, now it wants us to go this way. Iron deposit, okay. We've got a pretty decent supply of iron right now. So we have 10 minutes of power at full thrust on this planet. It's not terrible. But, you know, I didn't design this ship to be super fuel efficient either. I don't want it to be terribly inefficient, but I want it to perform well too. I'm just hitting my page down button to get my camera view set a little bit differently. Well, I guess that was probably too much, wasn't it? I forgot that I was in the alt mode there. So now we gotta go back up a little bit. See a couple drones flying around down there. Let's just get the crosshair right up above the ship. That's pretty good. She looks pretty good. She's looking pretty good. She's going to look really good once we get it decorated and finish Finish the features of the hull on the outside. I've got some general ideas of what I'm going to do on that, but nothing real specific yet. Like a lot of other things that I do, we'll kind of make it up as we go. I'll play around with it a little bit in creative mode first, though, as usual. Okay, come on, Sathium. Come on, Sathium. There's something over here. See if we can hit it before we go across the water. Okay, now it wants us to go this way. Neo deposit. Okay. It's a medium. We could stand to get some more Neo too, actually. So we'll keep that one in mind. But it's really the Sath that we're after. Let's kind of get a little more back up towards the equator too. Okay, there's something dead ahead there. I'm not seeing a POI, so it's a deposit probably of some sort. We'll see. Iron deposit, okay. Still not quite what we're looking for. It's a large deposit though. Okay, there's something over this way. Seven minutes left on our fuel. I was thinking about putting a couple of minigun turrets on here too for drones, but we'll just have to use the J-Jet for now. You know, the other thing that occurred to me too, if you guys watched my last episode, I discovered that I had an Oldguy moment and accidentally deleted my Raider when I deleted the other version of the ship. There's some kind of a platform over there. And I lost all the ammo that I had made for the guns too, which really sucks. Okay, we discovered the landing pad, but it still says there's something over here. Another Neo deposit, a large one this time. Okay. So, you know, I'm just going to have to remake all that stuff, because I don't remember what I had. Suppose I could just spawn in an approximate number of ammo for the Raider. We'll see. We'll see. Not the end of the world, one way or the other, I guess. Okay, there's something over this way. Okay, now flip. Oh, no, now it goes that way. A copper deposit. A medium one. You know, we're pretty low on copper too. I might actually end up hitting that before we leave. Yeah, we don't have a ton of copper. Okay, we're getting ahead of the sun. Moving faster than the sun. So we're going to get into the dark. Hopefully it won't be too terribly dark because I don't have any lights on this thing yet, except for that one front headlight. But Class 4 planets are pretty good sized planets. They are not small by any stretch of the imagination. If you guys watched my Season 1 of Alpha 8, I uncovered a Class 4 planet. We're going to have a POI over here. Iron deposit. In the RV hovercraft that we built. And boy, did that take a long time. Part of my reason for doing that, though, was to let's make sure we can dodge here. Yeah, see, it might be more expensive to fly this ship with these turrets, but it's got pretty damn good maneuverability for a capital ship. Anyway, part of the reason why I did it that way was because, you know, at that point, it was Alpha 8 was all the new landscapes and stuff, and I wanted to just kind of see it from the ground, so to speak. So no regrets, but it's not something I'll probably ever do again. Not on a Class 4 planet, anyway. Okay, where are we at? We're still pretty much going along the equator. We are going to need to refuel. In fact, let's just do that right now. So, I just want to see what I have in my... Oh, I must have put that in the cargo box. So let's hop out here for a second and go grab that fuel. I want to put this fuel in here because I don't want to put it in the cap ship. I just have to remember to grab it though before we take off in the J-Jet. If we use the J-Jet at all, we might need to. Depending upon what type of resistance we might encounter. I have a feeling like we're going to have to do some pretty serious fusion cell production in our near future for this ship. I wanted to put a couple thrusters up front too, more not because I really need to, but just because I just feel like it should have some thrust up front to be equaled out, you know, like it would in the real world. Yeah, it looks like we got a little canyon or something up here. It's kind of an interesting feature. You tend to see those more on desert type planets. Huh, that's kind of neat. Looking cool, man. Can't wait to see it when it's all painted and it's got the lights on it and everything. It's gonna look neat. Yeah, so we're gonna have to get probably some more water production going than what we have now, and get a really good supply of fusion cells going. More promethium mining and all that kind of stuff. So far, though, no luck on the Sathium. We have 16 deposits on the planet. You'd think we'd run into at least one along the equator here. Mountains off in the distance. This planet's very similar to planet Inaz, where we had set up an outpost before we had to switch over with the 8.5 anniversary edition. Never really fully accomplished everything I had hoped to do there, but that's kind of the way it goes when you play these alpha games. And with my schedule, I can't play it every single day either. I can only record a few episodes a week usually, so progress is a little slower for me, and then you gotta start all over again, which really kind of sucks, but it is the way it is. On the upside, having alpha games with regular updates like that 2 or 3 times a year is kind of nice, because then it's like you get almost a new game every so often, so it's not all bad. Come on, Sathium, where in the hell are you at? starting to think maybe my first intention of flying this down to the admin station would have been better, at least from a from a fuel saving point of view. Big old flat area out here on this planet. The time is done already and we haven't even found a Sathian deposit. Son of a gun. Alright guys, well, I actually need to stop this and get ready for a stream anyway. So I think we're going to cut the episode here. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to just fly around off camera until I do find Sathian deposit. And probably in the next episode, I'll bring you back and show you that. Of course, you've seen me do it before, so it's not super exciting, but we'll mine some of that. And then when that's finished, I think we'll probably head back to our system and continue the work on the capital vessel here and keep working on getting it done. So we have a little bit more work to do on the outside in terms of the hull. I want to add a little more feature to the hull. Then, of course, we have the painting and the decoration. There's a large Sathian deposit. Okay. The painting and the decoration that we need to do. And then it's guarded by some baddies too. And then after that, we'll be setting up the interior, and then we'll be pretty much done. So let's back away from those drones a little bit, and I'm just going to land over here. And then we'll get the J-Jet out and we'll go smash those drones. Oh, that's weird. Alright, cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Come and hang out with us on Discord if you want to, and or come and hang out with me on Twitch. I do live stream several times a week. You can find the links to both of those places in the About section of the YouTube channel. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.